So let's talk about Social Security. Because one of the questions that a lot of people are asking is, when are we going to receive this Social Security increase that all these people are talking about? This $2,400 per year increase, right? This $200 per month increase. When are we going to see it? When are we going to get that 3.2% cost of living adjustment? When are all these increases going to come through? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today, because there's a lot of discussions about Social Security, but that's almost where they stop. There's not a lot of bills that are coming through Congress at this time. The one thing that I can tell you, and I can promise you, is that Congress understands that Social Security's trust fund is going to become insolvent by 2034. We know this. We've seen this. We get all the reports. But Congress is doing very little. They're pretty much inactive. Now, with that said, what is going on right now? First off, the cost of living adjustment of 3.2%, that's going to happen starting January 1st. The second thing regarding any increases, for example, $2,400 per year or $200 per month. The reason why I say $2,400 per year or $200 per month, those are two separate bills. There's one that's asking for $2,400 per year as an increase. There's another one that asks for $200 per month as an increase. Could they both happen? Possibly. It would be very unlikely, but they could. Now, when it comes to increases, here's what is happening. First off, tax brackets are expanding. The IRS has already announced this. Okay, so that's good news there. So if you make a little bit extra money, you could potentially pay less in taxes because the tax brackets are all going up. This has to do with inflation. Another increase, and this is something that many people have been discussing over the past, really 6 months to the past year, is the increase to the full retirement age. Right now it's age 67. But what's being discussed is, could we potentially increase this to age 68, 69, or age 70? The answer is yes. We could increase it, but one of the issues as of right now is if we increase it from age 67 up to age 68, the problem, and this is why many experts believe this is not going to happen in 2023 or 2024 because of the presidential election, is if we increase the full retirement age, according to reports, that would constitute as a cut, because we would see a reduce the amount of benefits that you receive over your lifetime would be reduced 7% for every year the full retirement age increases. So from 67 to age 68, that'd be 7%. 67 to age 69, that would be 14%. And 67 to age 70, that would be 21% of a cut that you would receive for your lifetime benefits. And that's something that Republicans don't want. And Democrats at this time would also have to agree to this because they hold the majority in the Senate. And President Biden, who is a Democrat, is currently our president. So that is why experts believe an increase to the full retirement age is simply out of the question in 2023 and in 2024. Now, here's another increase we need to discuss regarding Social Security. This is a massive increase because what we are now hearing is that Social Security, or the Social Security Administration, and I want to get these, we have to understand there's a difference between the Social Security Administration and Social Security's trust fund. Right now, Congress is working on something, this government funding bill. They're trying to pass $1 trillion bill that's going to go to extend government funding so that the Social Security Administration could continue to operate the way that they normally do. This is the same funding bill that keeps our national parks open. The same funding bill that provides funding to the Transportation Authority, right? Anyway, this funding bill is currently being discussed, but in the House of Representatives, Republicans have had to pull the two different bills because they knew they wouldn't get enough votes. Democrats, and according to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he said that the Senate is going to take up a vote on this, on a short-term stopgap bill, next week. Now, if this happens, there's a chance funding is just going to continue like it has been over the past year, which means there's no increase. But according to people from the Social Security Administration, the Social Security Administration needs additional funding so that they can operate, so that they can fix their systems and their technology. Because right now, their technology is so dated that it is causing many people to actually be underpaid. Some people are getting paid too late. And many, and we've seen this, tens of thousands of people are going to have to pay back about $21 billion simply because of overpayments. Because again, their system is outdated. So, what I can tell you right now is that there's a lot of discussions happening regarding Social Security, but the one thing that I can't tell you is happening right now, there's very little action. Okay? Very little action. I know there's a lot of discussions from people that they want to increase benefits. But the reason why they're bringing this up now is because there's an election in just under 1 year. A presidential election, a massive election. I believe we now have 3 senators that have stated they will not run for re-election. They're just not going to rerun. One of the big ones, Senator Joe Manchin. Because Senator Joe Manchin is one of those people that has been the kind of that person in the middle. And the one person that held Democrats back from spending additional trillions of dollars a couple years ago. Simply because he wanted to make sure that we didn't cause runaway inflation. Well, if he's not there and Democrats control the Senate, and maybe they get control of the House of Representatives again, what happens then? Well, that's what we're going to find out. So this is why some are now telling us that Democrats now just opened up the door. They opened up the door to more possibilities. More possibilities of additional spending, which could also mean additional inflation. So, just wanted to fill you in on what's going on at this time. It's been a little while since I talked about Social Security, but right now what we do know is that they are having discussions. The only problem is these discussions are not going very far because we got a government funding bill that we need to get passed within the next 7 days. And the second thing, they are still trying to pass $14.3 billion to Israel. So, as we get more information on this, I promise I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know at this time. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.